Okay. Okay. Here we go. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the first show what we call the show is going to be called Just a Couple of Guys at the Movies. This is the movie show, the show where we're going to talk about movies we've seen. You know, just a couple of guys. You know, we go to the movies and everything else. Except the difference is I'm going to ask comedians and eventually I'm going to ask people, you know, normal people what they think of the certain movies. You know what I mean? And so this week we got a scary movie I saw not too long ago. The movie was chilling to a certain degree, but I don't want to talk about the movie. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let a couple other people talk about the movie. Actually, I'm going to let one other person talk about the movie, and then I'm going to let him see what he thought about the movie. But first things first is we have got to play the trailer.
What is it you like to talk about?
My patient. Hi. I know you're nervous. I just want to have a chat.
I'm seeing something no one else can see except for me. It's smiling at me. Oh my God!
Yesterday, a patient in your care died brutally in front of you.
I need to find an explanation for what happened.
It's smiling at me. It's smiling at me.
You're going to die! You're going to die! You're going to die! You're going to
I found 20 cases involving 19 victims with a direct line linking them all together.
You said only 19. Why is it that everybody else who's seen it is dead and you're alive? I've seen it too.
You?
Get away from me! How long between each victim's death?
None of them survived longer than a week.
Today's my 4th day. I am not gonna keep running. I have to face it.
How does it make you feel?
I'm just really scared that something bad is going to happen. Rose.
Okay, yeah, that's the movie. That's the trailer and everything else. It's called Smile. I want to be thankful that I didn't see the trailer before I saw the movie. But before I jump into talking more about the movie and everything else, let me get ready to bring into the show my man, extraordinary comedian, Def Comedy Jam famous, been in the movies famous, played basketball, actually got paid for it in the movie. My man known as Talent in and out, one of the New York Kings of Comedy. My man T is in the building. T, what's up, bro? How you doing, sir?
Listen, man, I'm great and groovy, man. I cannot complain. You know me, I'm a movie buff, so I'm happy to be. I'm looking at the whole thing like this, like reliving it, like I liked it though.
You did. I look at the first thing first. Let's just jump into it all. You like the movie overall, and was it scary, and is it worth the money? Like I'm gonna ask everybody this moving forward. I'm gonna be like, yo, is the movie worth the money? Whether it's scary, funny, regardless, is it worth it? Because money's hard to go about these days. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a fact. I'm gonna tell you it's worth it, Frank. I'm gonna tell you not only is it worth it. I love scary movies, and nowadays it seems like these new movie creators, it's very hard for them to capture the suspense that makes it scary the right way. They're good with gore. They'll cut your neck off 7 million times. They don't care. But they're good with that. But that suspense, which made the original scary movie scary, wasn't gore. It was that intense. What's going to happen? What's around the corner? What's in the dark? So this movie went back to that. They got a lot of that in it. And I'm telling you right now, you will jump a good, depending on how scary you are, you will jump. The real tough guys will jump 3 to 4 times. The pushovers, you're gonna jump 10 times because they went back to that old school sneak up on you intensity type thing, and the storyline got the nerve to be kind of good.
Yeah, oh, yo, T, I'm gonna be honest with you. Without giving anything away, I think they took something and made something that everybody does a scary thing. You know what I mean? Because everybody smiles. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody smiles, and some people give you that corny smile. They go, mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like that's why I was like, yo, they connected to me with that one thing that you could be scared at anything. Now that's what I loved about it. Now I'm also gonna say I love Sosie Bacon, Bacon, I think her name is, and I like Jessie T Usher in the movie. Now let me ask you this, T. Here's the hard question: what didn't you like about the movie?
The end. That's the only reason, because Hollywood has this thing now with these weird endings, and I don't care if it ends bad or good. I just want a good ending. Like I want it to be definitive, whatever it is. Even if you want to tease me that they're not dead, whatever. But just like that definitive thing, you know what I mean? So I'm finding that they do this little weird, almost like you don't even know it's ending. It's almost like you're sitting there waiting for another scene, and then the credits roll up. You're like, oh, that's it. Oh, it was like that, like real awkward ending. And so if I had to pick one thing that I would have changed, that's about it. But on the scary movie tip, scale 1 to 10, you got to get this. This is up in that 7.5, 8.
Oh wow, okay. Now of all-time scary movies you've ever seen, do you think it rates in your top 10 all-time scary movies you've ever seen?
No, it's a lot, yo, bro. You talking to me, bro? I done watched a lot. It's how hard it is to get in that top 10. It's very hard to get up in, because you got to go back to Carrie, you got to go back to The Exorcist, The Omen, Amityville Horror. Those are just ultimate classics. I ain't even get up to the other stuff like Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe, Quiet as Kept probably scrolls in the top 10 or 12 because nobody knew. Nobody knew it was going to be a scary movie. And then part 2 came back. Don't Breathe, with the blind guy in the house in Detroit in the weird neighborhood, the rundown neighborhood, and the guy they call themselves breaking in to steal something, and all hell breaks loose. It turned into a scary movie without even trying.
Right. Yeah, because it had a basis of realism. What's your number 1 all-time scariest movie you've ever seen?
Damn.
I know what mine is, bro. I still haven't seen it.
I would probably say, because of my age at the time, as a kid, it has to be Carrie.
Really? Okay.
Carrie was, bruh. And then as a when you got older in your teens and starting to get a little older, then you got to go to the Elm Street joints.
Really? I see. The scariest movie to me all time got to be The Exorcist. I still haven't seen that movie since, bro. I haven't seen it since.
It's top. Exorcist is top 5 when you take in consideration the time it was made and everything. Because now you look at it, you don't do that. You be like, what's with the cheesy graphics and all that? But if you lived in that time and you played it to the time and technology and the era it was in, that was scary top 5 all day, bro. Like that, Jason Voorhees, you got to give props to Jason.
Yeah.
Or the top 3 killers of all time: Jason, Freddy, and my man Mike Myers.
Mike Myers, I like those. Everything. All right, so I'm gonna leave you with this, T, before we move on. I know it sounds like you would recommend it. It sounds like you'd be interested in it. I'm gonna leave you with this. Would you recommend it to all your people in your circle? And would you go see it again? And would you see it again and pay for it or see it for free or whatever? Would you see it again? Is it seeable again movie? You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna leave you with.
Yeah, I seen this thing going on a week now, so I already done told my circle. So I would recommend it to them as I did. I would watch it again. You know what? Because again, it has those jump moments, Frank, that make you, whenever something scares you, this is how sinister humans are. Whenever something scares us, why we want to scare somebody with it? Like we don't want to be the only one scared by it. Like if you see a rat, somehow you're gonna pull somebody back to where that rat is. Look, so they could jump. So this is one of those movies you will watch it again just to see if people jumped at the same parts you jumped at.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. But I ain't gonna lie. I have walked past the mirror real fast since I seen this movie. I haven't.
You say he walked by real fast. But that's the crazy thing about it is that smile.
Yeah.
And people talking to him. You know what? It's like the reverse of Jeffrey Dahmer. I watched that Jeffrey Dahmer thing. This dude got this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why ain't nobody saying this dude is weird? Why they keep talking to him like he regular? If I ask you a question, it take you 10 minutes and say, yeah. I'm like, yo, what's up with this guy? Somebody get the cops. You know what I mean? But smile is the opposite. They just stand there and they're like, you all right? You cool? Like, yo, like, cause how do you tell somebody stop smiling? Yo, stop smiling.
Right.
Yo, I'm gonna kill you. Like, but the plot, without giving it away, when people see the plot, I thought the plot was dope, man. And the funny thing is, it was a guy. True story. When I went to see it, every week I treat myself to a movie. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna find a way to the movie theater. And when I go on in the seat thing in the screen, you virtually pick your seat. I got 3 seats open on the left, 3 seats open on the right. Perfect seat for me. I get in a seat, bro. By the time I sat down, people must have kept buying tickets. So now it's packed to my left and it's packed to my right. And there's one Spanish dude sitting there. He came by himself. So we watching the joint. That first part that made people jump, this dude, I kid you not, he's like, oh, shit. I was like, yo. I don't even know this guy, Frank. I touched his shoulder. I said, yo, you good? He was like, yeah, that was good. That was good. I said, yo, I've never been in a movie. I've been in a movie, Stereo Echoes with Quincy in Baltimore. And there's a part where they standing by an alley. I swear, and this ain't even a scary part. A guy just walks by the alley. That's it. They talk about the alley and a random, like an extra, just walks by the alley. Quincy screamed like the biggest broad. He said, it was high pitch. I turned. It was me, him, and my road manager. I turned to him and I said, word? And he was like, what? I said, what? I said, dude, you was Mariah Carey just now. He says, your word against mine. To this day, is your word against. I said, bruh, yo, you scream Mariah Carey, bruh. You right. You know what I'm saying? But that was real talk, man. I love scary movies.
I do too, man. I do too. Anyway, this is just a couple of guys at the movie. We're talking about a movie called Smile. Smile stars Sosie Bacon, Jessie T, Usher, Kyle Gallner, and Robert Weigert. It's literally directed by Parker Flynn. It's out now. I want to thank Extraordinary Talent for tuning in and joining the show. We're going to come back. Since Talent goes to movies, we're going to come and hit back him maybe a couple other times and ask him what he sees on TV and everything else. T, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Y'all watch just a couple of guys. We're going to be back next week. See what you get. Thank you, T.
Okay. You got it, brother.
All right. Peace.